Oh my god, I don't believe it, boys. The year 6 season has come to a screeching halt for the Ottawa Senators after getting kicked out in the first round from the Tampa Bay Lightning. We had a 3-1 series lead and we lost game number 5, 5-3, game number 6, 3-1, and game number 7, 4-1. The last two games, our offense just shriveled up, and also a lot of people saying that, Robin Lehner, he didn't steal a game for you with the last 3 games, and you know what? That's kind of true as well. I don't want to blame him because our offense didn't show up in game 6 or 7, but yeah, man, 5 goals against there. That one was a harsh one. So we're out, boys. We can't repeat, can't get back to the Stanley Cup Finals, and it seems like the 6 years that we've been here in Ottawa, I don't want to say that the dynasty is over, but I think this core of roster players, I think it's time that they get broken up. I mean, great 6 years here. We've made it in the playoffs every single time. 2 first-round exits, 2 second-round exits, and 2 trips to the Stanley Cup, winning once. So, very good 6 years here, and 2 President's Trophies. But after a loss like that in the first round, it's hard to convince the fan base to bring back the exact same roster for next year, right? So, we're going to have a big scouting or a draft day this year. I obviously don't want to blow up the team. I'd still like to come back for the playoffs next year. But older guys like Pavelski, Edler, Kyle Turris, he really didn't show up in the playoffs for us this time. We need to rethink our roster. And also, Robin Lehner and Mackenzie Savard. Is Mackenzie going to be ready? Robin Lehner, he's been a great goaltender for us, but didn't get it done this year. And like I said, this is the perfect time to maybe make that change. You know, take a step back to jump 3 forward kind of thing. A reload, not a rebuild, a reload. I'm disappointed with the year. I figured it was pretty clear what was expected of the team and you as a GM. Ottawa Senators failed to make the kind of impact this season that I was hoping for. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Calm the hell down. So as we're simulating here, we can go through some fan art. I know this is going to come. Just trolls GM Superbman, why don't you? I told you, that lousy GM Superbman, that the Super Swedes would never work out for him, and look what happens. Great grammar. Guys like Stamkos and Hedman, true Canadians. What the fuck? That is how you win. Ha 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 ha. Very nice, very nice. You know what? Now, you guys haven't heard this in a while, but I actually have to blow my nose. Hang on. That feels much better. I haven't had to blow my nose in some time, but you know what? It just happens. Hayden Hopkins has been injured with an injured hip replace player. That's all right. AHL squad is trying to win it, but we don't have any of our top-notch prospects down there, so whatever. Best lines. Next comment, or fan art. So Superbman missed me. Remember, I am the best defenseman, not Lindholm. Me. I am Captain fucking Keith, and don't forget it. That's right, man. Keith Yandel on the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's all you need. Captain Keith can get her done in the playoffs. Next, Dadonov, who? Never heard of him. Steven Stamkos. All those times we beat Tampa Bay in the years before this are all erased now because they beat us this year. God damn it, man. Scouting assignment. Let me just send the scout out. Not that it matters at this point. Simulate ahead here. Hang on a sec. Next one, should have started me. Is that Mackenzie Savard there? I don't know, man. I felt like I had to go with Robin Lehner. Maybe there was room to start him in Game 6 to see what would have happened. But I really thought that our team with Robin Lehner could have won 1 game out of the last 3, right? I can't believe we lost 3 in a row. That's just, ugh, that's horrible. We lost our clutchness. All right. Next, it's Cuckoo. I'm going to keep calling you Quack Quack, whatever. Cuckoo, he's pissed off. And last but not least, this is the sad one, boys. The age of the Super Swedes is over. Oh my god, that's sacrilege, burning the Swedish flag. What the hell? Why is Dave Cameron in on that? What the hell, coach? I can understand Steven Stamkos, is McLean's Ron? No, not Doug McLean. Doug McLean and Don Cherry. But what the hell are you doing there, Dave Cameron? My god. All right, so thank you for the fan art, boys. We're going to continue this now. Pro Scout, assistant coach, both those confirm. All right, so we're up here at retirements. The Edmonton Oilers are your Stanley Cup champions, and the St. John's Ice Caps are your Calder Cup champions. All right, so Edmonton finally got it done, boys. All of you who want to see another Stanley Cup over there in Edmonton, he's got to wait till the 2019-2020 season. McDavid will be a stud by then, don't worry. I don't think, no, they don't have McDavid in this game, though. But still, they have, like, Nuge and Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle. I wonder if they have that Brassot goaltender again who just tears it up. That was ridiculous in the last GM. All right, so let's see. I would like it if Joe Pavelski and Alexander Edler didn't retire. I would like to move those guys. So let's see what happens with retirements here. This could be make or break for us. We have some trading assets. All right, so Anaheim, Corey Perry is gone. Dan Hamhuis is gone. Ryan Kessler is gone. Jason Spezza, he was still in the NHL. He moved to Chicago, and he still couldn't win a Stanley Cup. Should have came back here. Jeff Carter. Oh, we're losing a lot of them. Rick Nash. Yeah, that's Rick Nash. Molson. I think we're good. I don't think Ottawa Senators have anyone retiring, so Edler and Pavelski, yep, we have trading chips, boys. We have trading chips. And Henrik Lundqvist and Halak were gone as well. All right. So, let's just go through this. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I know NHL 16 is right around the corner. I would still like to get one more year in, and then we can do some live streaming. We can pick like a night where we just do a live stream for year 8 or something, and we go through. Oh my God, Lindholm is a 98, and he still may get a boost this year. But he's got a contract. He's got one more year left on his contract, so this is what I mean, man. We're going to be running into problems soon. We have to sign Jaden Schwartz this year, so we can't trade away Jaden Schwartz, nor do I want to. Justin Braun, we have to re-sign, but he'll want less money, which is good. Abdelkader, we have to sign, but he'll want less money. Zach Smith, we have to sign, but he'll want less money. Lazar, Dadonov, we have to sign. I don't think he'll want that much. So, yeah, we're okay for contracts, and, you know, it would 83 to an 85. He'll probably jump next year, but, you know, that could be a little bit dangerous. What if he stays at, like, an 84 and he doesn't jump up there? I'll have to take a look at Mackenzie Savard's trade value here, all right? So, I don't know exactly what I want. I think I might just trade for draft picks and start the rebuild all over again. Obviously not a top 5 pick. I wouldn't say any team would want Pavelski or Edler at this stage in their career for a top 5. But maybe there's a team out there that I could snag like the 9th overall pick or 10th for Pavelski and a prospect, or Pavelski in a 3rd or something. That wouldn't be out of the question, especially if they want him. Goaltenders, I don't need any goaltenders. Okay. So you know what? Let's just go straight into this. Yeah, let's just go straight into this. If I make some unrealistic trades, whatever. I haven't done any pre-scouting on this. Alright, it looks like the Stanley Cup Finals was Philadelphia versus Edmonton. I'll go through the awards afterwards. Carolina, Chicago, Anaheim, Vancouver, and New Jersey. Your top 5 picks. So let's see which teams would be interested in our veterans. First off, hang on. I gotta know. See what I mean, boys? Mackenzie Savard's trade value has come down. It's not way above half like it was before. So if he only jumps to an 85 next year, I'd like to hold on to Lehner until preseason. Then we can make the decision. Because Lehner still has 2 more years left on his deal. So I don't feel the need to get Lehner out of here, especially considering the contract years next year. If Mackenzie Savard jumps to an 87 or something, then we can trade Lehner during the season. But I wouldn't want to trade him right now, boys. Alright, so that's, oh my God, look at Lindholm. Full trade value, 98 overall. Should we just go out and get McDavid for Lindholm or something? Alright, so let's see. Joe Pavelski and Alexander Edler. They have decent trade value, which is nice. They still have both 4-star potentials, so it's not like teams are getting screwed over here with these players. Let's see who's interested in them. All right, let's find a team who would be interested in Joe Pavelski. See, is there any team? There we go. The Nashville Predators. What kind of draft position do they have? They don't have any draft picks, and the cap is not going to work out there. Nashville, Columbus. Columbus, they want to give up their first. All right, Columbus and Nashville. All right, so that's really it. Let's take a look at Alexander Edler. He may be in the same group there. Alexander Edler, let's see. Nashville and Columbus. Nashville, yeah, veteran players. Okay, and Columbus. Yeah, all right. So both of these teams want these guys. All right, so let's see what the Columbus Blue Jack. I'd rather trade Edler to Columbus and Pavelski to Nashville. I don't want to have to do. Ooh, they got they got Connor McDavid over here. All right, so let's see. I could obviously take the first rounder in this. And do they have another, say, good prospect that I could maybe pick up here? Ronning. He may not grow, but a two-way forward. I mean, it could be good depth for us. Doesn't have the greatest trade value. But I'm more looking like someone like this. Let's see this guy. Jared Inglis. When was he drafted? 2nd round. He's a center. He's center playmaker with 72 for faceoffs and 4.5 red star potential. I mean, you're taking a chance on him, but it's nice and low the trade value. You might get something special there. So you know what? I'm gonna try and get this guy as well. All right. So Alexander Edler for the 22nd overall pick, and this guy who formerly went in the 2nd round, right? So a 2nd round pick and the 22nd overall pick for Alexander Edler. Let me see if this would go through. I could see that going through. I could. How many trades do I have? Because I don't want to mess around here. I'll give you my 5th just to throw this in here. Is there any room on their roster? I could just throw some guys in there like Walsh and Kravich. I know there's some depth players for me, but you know what? Screw it. I'll throw in there. I can get plenty more depth players. There you go. Yeah, let's just throw these guys in here. Anybody else? Sherman and Trottier. Sherman I didn't use. I know that. There you go. All right, so Alexander Edler, the 5th, Kravich, Walsh, and Sherman, a bunch of depth players that I could get in free agency again for the 22nd overall pick, and this guy, Jared Inglis. Will it go through? Yes, it did. I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and we consider it a done deal. So, thank you very much for your time here, Alexander Edler. You guys couldn't bring me the Stanley Cup. Remember, we won it in the first time around without these two guys, but still, they were part of the team. And Joe Pavelski, let's find a team. I don't think Columbus wants him as well. They want both of them. I'd rather trade Pavelski to Nashville so I don't have to deal with them. Now, do they have... I'm going to need $6 million coming back the other way, which is not going to happen. Like, if I put this guy in... They have so many of these. They're not great for salary cap. They have a lot of... Like, all I need is a bunch of, like, 1 years. Hang on. 1 year again. Goaltenders, they must have, like... No, I don't want to... Where is all their cap tied up? Jesus Christ, they have Shea Weber, Forsberg, Stahl, Vanek. That's what it is. They have all these older veterans, like James Neal, Vanek, and Eric Stahl. What are you thinking? 35, 36, 32 years old. Guys got these guys signed long-term, and you want Joe Pavelski in there? How is that going to work out for you? Good Lord. Okay. Well, I don't need a draft pick from these guys, so let me just... I can maybe snag up one of their real good players here, overall-wise. Shea Weber, no. Roman Josi, no. How many defensemen do they have? Because I got rid of Edler. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a very nice defensive core they have. They wouldn't want to get rid of that. Seth Jones, though, only 1 year. Nah, they wouldn't want to get rid of that. That's top 4. Nah, there's no reason they would want to get rid of that. Forwards, let's see. Centers. Eric Stahl, Colin Wilson. I don't need centers, though. I could use wingers. I don't need James Neal. This guy, Aberg. He's like a super sweet, right? With really good... It's like a super sweet sniper, Pontus Aberg. Nah, he wouldn't really fit in the squad anywhere. I don't really need someone like that. Fiala? Sniper? He could end up being something, but he's already 83. Or 23, sorry. Put that in there, but I can't afford it anyways. Alright, so you know what? Let's find a team that maybe doesn't want Joe Pavelski, but a team that would make sense for Joe Pavelski to go to. Not the Montreal Canadiens. I don't want to trade him there. Let's find a Western Conference team here. Boys, this could be long, alright? I'm trying to find the right team here. St. Louis? Would they be looking for a guy like Oshie? Probably. I mean, Pavelski? Probably not. Tampa Bay? No. Toronto? What kind of centers do they have? I don't want to trade him to Toronto. What am I thinking? Vancouver? Bo Horvat, Mitch Marner. All right, maybe they could use some centers over there. Vertanen and Shinkaruk. I need defensemen, though, really. Huh. And no, Vancouver wouldn't really do it. I just need a team that clearly wants a first-line or second-line center to go deeper in the playoffs. Scheifele and Little, now they got 2. Anaheim. I could trade them to Anaheim. What kind of forwards do they have? No, they lost Corey Perry, though. No, they're more of a rebuilding team. No, that wouldn't work there. Arizona, let's see. They don't have the greatest centers. They have Max Domi, though, who could be looking for a winger. They have Gormley. They have plenty of guys. What kind of season did the Arizona Coyotes have this year? Did they make the playoffs? 2018? No, they didn't make the playoffs, it doesn't look like. So a guy like Joe Pavelski might be able to work if I send him over there to Arizona. I want defensemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they got plenty of defensemen here. This guy Schlitzting. I don't know how to pronounce that. But young defenseman, and then all these guys up here. You know what? 3 years left. Oh my God. I might try something here, boys. He's 28 years old, and I mean, we traded one already, but Oliver Ekman-Larsson, we could bring him to this squad. He could replace Alexander Edler on the second line with Cody Ceci. The only thing I don't like is Ekman-Larsson at $6 million for 3 years. So you know what, boys? I'm doing this. I don't care. I don't care, because they still have Jared Spurgeon, who's an offensive defenseman. Then they have these two guys who are coming up. Cullen. What's Cullen? Cullen's a defensive defenseman from Italy. And This guy, all right. So, yeah, this could be a tough trade. All right, so Joe Pavelski. Pavelski's got a lot more trade value, but if this is going to go through, I need to make sure that they get something defensively. Bear, no one. I can't trade them any defensemen. I need all those defensemen. All right, Dadonov, Bleed, Stone, no, Karenin, Fristrick. This is a guy I traded for, right? Yeah, no, I signed in free agency. I'll trade him. Lettinen, Abdelkader, Rudy Schaefer I could have traded, but whatever. Persson, I think that was a grinder that I drafted, right? Yeah, I'm not trading him. Centers, Zibanejad, Konecki, Lazar. No, I got to go with those three guys. Zach Smith, Hopkins. I'll send this Hopkins guy over there to them. He had a pretty good year down there in the AHL. Yeah, I'll send them, because I signed him in free agency, whatever. All right. Now, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I'm going to use retained salary cap. So you guys may say that this trade doesn't make any sense, but you know what? I'm giving them a lot of trade value here. I'm not looking to make this trade even. It's going to be Joe Pavelski, who's a first-line center. All right, I don't care if he's 35 years old. He's still got his 4-star potential. And they have guys like Max Domi over there and Gormley, who's a 90 overall. So I'm giving them some young prospects as well. Joe Pavelski, I'm going to take on half of their salary for that player. And I'm also going to trade them 2 4th-round picks as well, all right? So this is a lot for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. His trade value maybe should be a little bit higher, but he's only 86 overall in this one, all right? He had a -11 last year. Maybe they might be looking to shake things up. Didn't make the playoffs. They haven't got by the first round of the playoffs with Ekman-Larsson. So they're looking for a change. Pavelski, boom, 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 all right? And they have the 9th overall pick. Give me a 3rd-rounder in there as well. All right, so Joe Pavelski, Fistrick, Hopkins, 2 4ths for Oliver Ekman-Larsson and a 3rd. Will it go through? No. Oh. Yeah, see, it's the trade value gets spiked, I think, when you want them to retain salaries. So that could be a problem. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I want you. And I want Oliver Ekman-Larsson as like a $3 million player for 3 years. Oh, that would be fantastic. All right, so Pavelski, get your ass over there. Hopkins, get in there. Right wingers. Fistrick, get in there. Defenseman, no, nobody. And then my 2 4ths again, right? Boom and boom. And I'm not going to take the 3rd back this time. So let's see if this will go through. I'm giving you a lot of trade value here, son. Pavelski, Hopkins, Fistrick, 2 4ths for Ekman-Larsson. Will it go through? Wow. Wow. We're not keen in keeping the amount of salary you want us to. We'll have to say no to this proposal. All right, so they're playing hardball over here in Arizona. I thought the trade value would even that out. Apparently not. All right, so let's try this again. Pavelski, Hopkins, not Karenin, Fistrick. There you go. Now, we won't go down that far. We'll make him a $4 million defenseman. We'll go down to 2 mil. There you go. I might have to add in a 3rd in here just to make it go through the next trade. All right, so a 4th and a 4th. Just for $2 million off. Pavelski, Hopkins, Fistrick, and 2 4ths. Will it go through? Yes, it did. On behalf of the Arizona Coyotes organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So, boys, there it is. Alexander Edler and Joe Pavelski traded away. We got a young center prospect, Inglis, who could grow to be something special with that 4.5 star. He's 70 overall at 20 years old. You never know. All right. And also, we got rid of Alexander Edler, but we replaced him with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. So a little bit less in overall, but now we have 2 offensive defensemen to help out. So there's our new defensive core. And then forwards, 1, 2, I think I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't need to trade away anyone else just yet. We can wait till preseason, all right? So, thank you very much. Good trades. Let me know if it was realistic or not. Probably not, whatever, though. First round. So, this is our draft pick for Alexander Edler here from Columbus. Who do we want? I could use a defenseman. Yeah, I could use a defenseman. OHL Sarnia, Oshawa, Selleck. Let's go 2-way from the OHL. Lee Alcock. There you go. All right, Alcock. He's signed on the team, or he's drafted by the team. Damn it, man. I'm going to blow my nose again. Let's get through the draft first, though. All right, so the 2nd round pick. I picked up that grinder, a German grinder. I have so many grinders. Let's go offensive defenseman. Another defenseman. Darren Ma from WHL Kelowna. There you go. And last but not least, the 3rd round pick. Hang on a second here. Stewart Matt, power forward, left wing. Another defenseman. Hedman, super Swede. You can't go wrong with that. Oh, Bruce Bell. A grinder from the OHL. Let's get another grinder. Why not? I love those grinders, all right? So, auto draft. Hang on 1 second, boys. There we go. That's much better. So, there is the Year 6 draft. Only 3 draft picks for us, but the first, second, and third round. Got rid of some of our older players. But, like I said, we have to take a step back to go 2 forward. Is Sergei Bobrovsky, was he not signed the entire year? Maybe that's the time where you come down in your price, buddy. How would you stay 88 overall when you go through an entire year without playing because you're holding off for money? You realize when you're holding out for money, you're not getting paid anything, so you're losing money. Just sign, you dumbass. All right, so Carolina, Chicago went first. I'll show you guys the, yeah, I'll show you that. Carolina and Chicago. Let's see. So Carolina, they drafted this guy, Aaron Back, defensive defenseman, 81 overall at 18 years old. Kind of like, I guess, 5'11 defensive defense. My God. Kind of like an Aaron Ekblad coming into the NHL. Very nice pickup there for Carolina. And Chicago, I think they got the goaltender. Yeah, Mikanov. There it is. All right, so those were the top 2 picks. We'll get the re-sign stage done in this video. And the free agency, I'd actually like to take. We might do some power of video editing. All right, but Mackenzie Savard, okay, that's good news. The good news about Mackenzie Savard is when I jack the years up to 8 years, he wants like $9 million. So he may become an outstanding goaltender. So you know what? I want a contract that gets me good. See, I don't want 4 years because then I have to sign into a $5 million contract. 3 years, I think, is good. 2 years is too short. Because then it'll be 25 and I'll have to give him like 8 mil. So I can get him for 3 years at a very decent contract. So we can dominate for the next 3 years before, again, the salary cap. Because remember, Oliver Ekman-Larsson signed for 3. Oh, well, it's 2 years now for Ekman-Larsson. Yeah, it'd be 2 years. So yeah, this works out. So let's go, boom, right there. 3 years at $3.75 million. And after all, he was a backup this year. Enroth, we're going to release you. Thank you for your time. Brendan Hope, we have to sign you just because of your last name. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Goaltender, I guess. Alright, so Hampus Lindholm, 98. My God, we got to see what he looks like in preseason. Ekman-Larsson, look at that, boys. Oliver Ekman-Larsson signed for 2 years at $4 million. Alright, so a very good defensive core. There's a lot of money tied up in our defensive core, but it's young still. Only one guy who's 30 years old, and that's Erik Karlsson. Alright, everyone else is younger. But next year, Lindholm, that's going to be a pain-in-the-ass contract. That's the year where Weirkosh is definitely gone and Braun. Like, we just focus on our top 4 and we get, like, 2 guys who are in their 70s, basically. Because the salary cap is catching up to us now. So, Justin Braun, you know what? He jumped up to an 84. Yeah, he may actually want a real deal here. Braun is somebody we trade away next year for sure as well. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough money. Let me just get these guys signed on the 2-way deals again. 2-way deal works for me. McNabb, Bear, 2-way deal, works for me. Next, Lindbaum, 2-way deal, works for me. Henry Boynton, okay. Lee Alcock, and Darren Mass. So we really didn't hit anything crazy with our draft picks this year. Maybe they turn out to be someone we can flip-flop. I have seen 3.5 gold get good before, but not the greatest draft picks. But still, you got to put the prospects in the cupboard, see what happens later down the road. Evgeny Dadonov, let's see what kind of contract he wants. Good news about Dadonov, I move it up to 8 years, he wants $5 million, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to 85, 86. Let's go 4 years, because that's a pretty good contract. If I can get him 4 years at like 2.75, that's worth it. That's what I sign all my my depth players to, it seems like Stone, Hoffman. Ben Smith, does he want a 2-way? 2-way, works for me. Polkinen, you want a 2-way? You guys are my snipers down there. Helping our youngins grow. Fontaine, I'm going to release you now because you got 3-star. Condra, I'll sign you just because you've been here for a while. You never know. He could be decent for us if we need him. Pedersen, yep, we want this guy back. Grinder. Very nice. Oh, I think I signed him to a 2-year deal, damn. Karenin, I'm looking for some growth out of you this year. Left wingers, Jaden Schwartz, we got to get this guy back. He's got to get paid. I don't know how much longer he'll be on the team, but still, He had a good regular season last year. Didn't have the greatest playoff run. But then again, no one on our team had a good playoff run. Except for Dadonov. Dadonov and Zibanejad tore it up. Abdelkader, I want you back. I'll wait for you, though. I got to make sure I have enough cap. Karan, yeah, want you back. 1 year. DeCagnato, whatever your damn name is, I want you back as well. Very nice. Rudy Schaefer, I don't think this guy's going to become anything for us, but I'll sign him. 3 years. Maybe we can make a trade out of it. Unsigned. Bruce Bell, the grinder, 3.5. All right, so didn't get anything great with my draft picks this year. Travis Konecny, let's see if I jack it up to 8. Yeah, so he looks like he's going to stay around 84 overall, which is not bad. Same thing as an Evgeny Dadonov, all right? 4 years at 2.750. There you go. Zach Smith. Yeah, I want Zach Smith back. He's still got his 3. I'll give you a 1-year deal. Just let's not get crazy here. You could drop it any second. All right. This guy, let's get him back. 2-way deal. He wants a 1-way. No, thank you. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Austin Watson, you want a 2-way? 1-way? No, thank you. Bye-bye. I don't have any time for that shit. Garland, you want a 2-way? There you go. You can come back to our franchise. This guy knows his role. All right, so we got everyone signed. We have $27 million of cap space. We should be fine. I mean, we just unloaded Edler and Pavelski. I mean, that's like $10 million right there. And the only player we took back was Ekman Larson, but he's only for $4 million, so I know we have enough cap space. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so 13 mil left. We still have to get 2 guys signed, Braun and Abdelkader. Braun I'll sign to a 2-year deal. I don't want to go crazy here. This guy could drop at any time. How much far? No, I can't go down that far. I'll go down to, there you go, 2 years, 3.750. So Braun still got his money. Yeah, I couldn't really give him anything less. 84 overall, pretty solid. 2 years, same thing. You know what? 1 year. I don't trust that. I have the money. Let me just spend it. I don't trust that. 1 year, 2.75. All right. Go ahead with the days. So you can see the young prospects that we have. They're all like 3.5, which sucks. But they're all high 60s, which maybe, you never know, right? You just never know. But yeah, I could have done better in the draft. Oh well, what are you going to do? All right, very good, very good. So that's everyone signed. Let's get to free agency. We have $9 million to work with. Hang on a second. Jesus, I can't stop, man. My nose is running like Old Faithful. All right, so here we go. We're in free agency. Let's see who's available. Sergei Bobrovsky, he didn't play at all last year, but he's still asking for $9 million. At least the team's actually approaching him now. We have plenty of these guys. Dmitry Malikov, drafted by Carolina in 2018. They let him just go to free agency. My God. No, I'm not going to sign that guy. That's cheap. I'm not going to do that. Defenseman, let's see who's available. Johnny Boychuk. We already have 6 defensemen. We don't need him. Let some other team pick him up. And when it comes to forwards, who's this guy? Rocco Grimaldi. Oh, the Florida Panther guy? Florida Panthers. 86, not bad. But you know what? I'm not giving this guy $5 million. Somebody else can get that. Ryan Callahan for 1 year. I like that. I like that. Hang on a second here. Let me just go down. Let me see. David Clarkson. Oh, baby. Let me jump right on that. Give me a fucking break. You know what? I really do like that. Ryan Callahan. He played with the, he had a great season with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was on the team that kicked us out. You know what? Let's get Ryan Callahan. Let's bring Captain America up here. Here we go. 1 year, $6 million. I mean, I can afford it, right? There you go. Bring in a veteran. We got rid of Pavelski and Edler. 1 year for Captain America. Let's see what he can do. So, hang on. We'll see if we signed him. We're going to jump to preseason. I don't need to scour the league for prospects or anything. Don't want to be cheap. I was kind of cheap when I traded away Hopkins and everyone right there, but what are you going to do? So Ryan Callahan, he accepts the offer, so let's jump to preseason, all right? All right, so here we are in preseason. Let's take a look at what our roster looks like. Who grew, who didn't grow. I'm looking at Konecny and Dadonov and also Mackenzie Savard. Let's see this. All right, so we now have a new starting goaltender. Mackenzie Savard, our draft pick from year number 2, has finally turned out to be something special for us. 88 overall. All right. There's still some categories like vision is at 69. I don't like that. Poise is at 65. And his 5-hole is at 81. But everything else is nice. And hopefully he continues to get better, right? So, Robin Lehner, you're going to have to take a back seat this year. and maybe make a trade at the trade deadline. Hampus Lindholm, 98 overall. I mean, dear Lord. I should just put this guy first line center and just let him tear up the league. My God. All right, so great. Carlson, Ekman Larson, 86. Cody Ceci dropped down to an 85, so yeah, Cody Ceci topped off at 85, 86. Weirkosh and Braun. Of course, Braun goes up to an 84 for his re-sign, then drops to an 83 for preseason. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for working out over the summer. Dadenoff still an 82. Wow, he didn't grow. Ben Smith, Polkinen, Karan, Condra, Schaefer, Rudy Schaefer. He's up to a 78. All right, now he can actually have a good year in the AHL. Inglis up to a 73. So the guy that we traded for. Karanin, Person, all these grinder guys. So they need another good year in the AHL. Nothing wrong with that. And I think Ryan Callahan actually dropped big time, down to an 83. Yeah, but remember, only signed a one-year deal. So if I need to scratch him, I can scratch him as well. It's not a big deal. But I got him as a grinder. He can play the fourth line minutes if I need him to. So first line, Kyle Turris, Jaden Schwartz, Andre Burakovsky, Abdelkader, Zabinajad, Callahan, Bleed, Konecki. Konecki grew to an 85, which is nice. Curtis Lazar's down here at 83. All right, so Curtis Lazar looks like he's going to be a bona fide third-line center. Where's Zabinajad? Zabinajad. There he is. He's right there. 1, 2, 3. Travis Konecki. Kind of want to get this guy playing on the wing, though. He's got a hard shot. He could play, alongside a Zabinajad right there. And then Burakovsky could go right there. Jaden Schwartz, Kyle Turris, and then I need... I mean, you guys were calling for this for how long now? We could go Bleed up on the first line with Kyle Turris and Jaden Schwartz. Then Zabinajad, Konecki, and Burakovsky. Then we go Curtis Lazar, Dadenoff, or we can move Dadenoff up. But, boys, he's an 82, and maybe the reason he didn't grow last year was because I played him on the second line when he should be on the third line. That's why maybe Konecki grew, Maybe, I don't know. Lazar, Stone. We got a lot of grinders this year. We got 1, 2, 3... 4 grinders on this team, and then defensively, Lindholm, Carlson, Ceci, Ekman Larson, Weirkosh, and Braun. All right, so maybe we could use some offensive firepower up front, but we have what we have. I'm not going to make a trade for an absolute stud, not in a year where we have to give Lindholm like $12 million. So we have to make it work the same way we've made it work for the first 6 years, with our defensive core and our good goaltending, all right? Our great defensive play. The offense will come. We have enough guys here. I'm looking for Konecki, Dadenoff, and the 2 snipers, Jaden Schwartz and Burakovsky, to hold it down with good depth as well. Our center core is a little bit weak without Pavelski, but our defensive core looks stronger than ever. Oh my God. And goaltenders, now we have an 85 backup with an 88 starter. So boys, let me know what we should do. Maybe Robin Lehner tied in with a trade somewhere down the line. I think we should start off the year the way it is, but in the next video, we're going to do the entire year. Trade deadline and everything, right back to the playoffs. So anything in mind, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.